Well, back to Fog Wrestling. It is WrestleMania Raw. You'd kind of think this would be the one after Mania, but they're just going to milk the fuck out of this every show. SmackDown will be WrestleMania SmackDown, and the after it, I don't know what they're going to protect post Raw, or post WrestleMania Raw, post WrestleMania SmackDown. But we're here with this. Was it shit? You bet your bottom dollar this show was shite, guys. I didn't expect anything from this. I kind of thought it'll probably be the best Raw we've had in a while. Uh, it probably is, but I mean, I'm not saying that means it's good, guys. We're going to break this down, but we kick off the show down and down and down. Brock Lesnar comes out, basically tells a story about how the two belts are going to get married, and then he's getting full custody at WrestleMania. I mean, it was kind of funny, but Brock was kind of tripped over his words here a few times, but Brock's Brock. And you know what? I'm a big Brock fan, and it's good and happy to see that he's enjoying what he's doing out there. But yeah, he basically said he would stand over the fallen head of the table as undisputed champion at the biggest WrestleMania match of all time. You know what? It's a big match. It's not the biggest of all time, nowhere near, but I mean, it's still pretty decent. Next up, though, we had The Miz. He introduces Logan Paul, but it's Lucha Logan, or Lucha Paul, whatever they called him. It's mad, like, that Logan Paul is wearing a Rey Mysterio mask, like, in 2022. Who would have seen that coming? But The Miz gets beat here, and then basically Mysterio and Dominic do their 619, and Logan Paul kind of looks on like, damn. Next up, though, we have the Viking Raiders taking on Omos. Omos wins this match. Bobby Lashley, though, returns. Can he knock Omos off his feet? You bet your bottom dollar he can knock Omos off his feet. And the thing about this is, guys, this was like the longest segment on the show. 5 minutes 09. Painful to watch this. But Bobby's back. This looks like it's going to be the match they're going to do at Mania. Am I looking forward to it? Not really. I mean, who's going to win? I mean, I want Bobby Lashley to win for obvious reasons, but I feel like if Omos gets beat, he's kind of like, buried. And like, he's just getting knocked off his feet here. And they're making it that's a big deal. But that's another thing. Oh, he knocked off his feet. He was eliminated in the Rumble. Obviously, you could probably say two different scenarios. I can't even remember how he got eliminated in the Rumble. To be perfectly honest. Like, I mean, he's a tall dude. But see, at the end of the day, he can't work. And everything's, I mean, but when I say he can't work, he legit can't fucking work. Like, I mean, this isn't like someone joking about Hogan not being able to work. I mean, this guy literally can't work. And that's the bottom line. You know what I mean? Next up, though, we have Reggie backstage. He proposes to Dana Brooke, right? And the acting between these two is awful. It was absolute, like, at this point I was like, this segment is like going to make this show a -10, right? This between these two, it was awful, right? But I actually thought when Tozawa came in and proposed to Tamina, I didn't find it funny, but it was kind of alright. And then like we saw R-Truth watching on, but it's like, how long have they been doing these segments on these shows? McMahon must love it, because that is the only reason it's on this show. So yeah, the second half of the segment was better. Basically, R-Truth's like, basically at the end, oh, I've got an idea. He's basically going to be the guy doing the wedding. I'm going to assume that the wedding's going to happen at WrestleMania, and R-Truth will finally win back his 2004 24/7 title. Next up, though, we have Roman Reigns coming out, saying that he came up with the bloodline, basically saying that Lesnar's been saying he's wanting Roman's blood. Roman then points back to 4 years ago at WrestleMania. He got his blood, busted him wide open. He says that his family and his little girls were scared to look at him because of how bloody he was and how ugly and disfigured he was. Damn it, he's like, Brock, this already is personal. And then he puts the microphone down at like 1 mile an hour. If we're supposed to care, who knows? It's the match I'm looking most forward to, but that's about it, guys. Then we had a 4-on-4 women's tag match. We have Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan, Sasha Banks, and Naomi. And yeah, they're basically all these teams are going to be in a 2-on-2 match at WrestleMania. Who cares? But yeah, the face team win, as you would probably expect. Kevin Owens then basically like cuts like a promo, says that Austin's greatness is a thing of the past. Aye. Well, guess what, mate? It is a thing of the past, because the guy's been retired since 2003, and albeit when he comes back and cuts promos, it's still good and shit, and like being GM and shit, right? But like, well, way to go and point out the fucking obvious. You know what I mean? But Austin is just better. Like, Austin not even appearing is still better than anything Kevin Owens has done in this feud. I mean, comes out and mimics him last week, and it was just garbage. Like, doesn't even like do any of Austin's mannerisms or any of that shit. Kevin Owens claims that his greatness is a thing of the past. He's retired, mate. You know, like, I could come out and say, Thierry Henry, he's not that great anymore. Aye, because he don't fucking play football anymore, you stupid fat French-Canadian bastard. I mean, like, Jesus Christ. Absolute mental. And at WrestleMania SmackDown, we've also got an Intercontinental title triple threat match. Austin Theory, Angel Humberto Carrillo. Look at the next this, man. Awful. You know, and Austin Theory obviously taking on Pat McAfee. Gee, what is going on? What is going on with this? Can someone tell me what's going on? Becky Lynch, then blindsides Bianca Belair. You're thinking, oh, Becky Lynch is going to cut Bianca's big ponytail off. Obviously not. And then basically Bianca does a couple of KODs to Becky, and then she starts chopping off Becky Lynch's hair. But like, I mean, it's like, oh look, she's cutting Becky Lynch's hair off. Oh, she's cutting the bottom bits of her hair that Becky Lynch wanted to cut anywhere, or it's extensions or something. Couldn't give a rat's ass, guys. Let's be real. Could not give a rat's ass about this crock of shite. And then like you have like the not the locker room clearing, but like, you know, like the backstage staff. Essentially, you've got DeVille and you've got Adam Pearce out there, right? And why aren't they just grabbing Bianca Belair off her? Now, albeit you could say she's got a pair of scissors and she could attack them, or if they grab her, she could accidentally cut Becky, which I get, but realistically, she's fucking violating Becky Lynch here, and what, they're just standing there. What's the point of security? I mean, security should be fucking spearing her, but no, it's just a load of. But it has to be a female security. You know what I'm saying? Next up, goddamn, we had Drew McIntyre defeating Happy Corbin. And Madcap Moss. Basically, Happy Corbin tags out. McIntyre buries Madcap Moss. Corbin then attacks him after the match. Hits at end of days. Steals his sword. I mean, this has been done 100 fucking times. And then, basically, to end the show. I mean, this ended. Can we just acknowledge this ended the show? With Nakamura and Rick Boogs watching at ringside, the SmackDown Tag Champs, the Usos, taking on RK Bro. Absolutely shocking. What is this? Like, they defeated them by disqualification, but I mean, we had the Street Profits come out. It's just like, how is this ending the Mania before Raw? I'm thinking of all these moments in the past, and that's it, guys. They're in the past. We're not getting them anymore. Like, it's just like the end of the show. I mean, the match before Mania. It's just like I'm pretty sure the Raw before Mania in 2002. Was Stone Cold and The Rock against the NWO. Look how fucking far we have fallen from that. Like, come on. It's embarrassing how bad it is. Pretty sure as well, in 2001, I'm just off the top of my memory, we had Devon versus Edge versus like Jeff Hardy, like in a triple threat match before like the triangle TLC. You know what I mean? But this is awful, guys. There's not much more for Big Stevie Cool to say. I'm not going to drag this review out for the sake of dragging it, because this show's shite, you know. And if anyone thinks this is getting above you know what? There was some stuff that was alright, but see the fact it's a Mania Go Home show, it's getting a 0. I'm not even sorry to Who Finny Mac making billions. No, I'm no sorry to Finny Mac. But anyway, guys, leave your thoughts down below. And until next time, peace.